and sponsored our improv group. The Highland White Lake Business Association, Amy's here helping us coordinate everything. Highland Township, the Community Roundtable. And I think that's everyone. Our committee, we've been working on this for probably almost a year. So I'd like to thank our committee that worked on this. Amy Grzymkowski's in the back. Amy's the executive director from the Highland White Lake Business Association. Tammy Flowers is our clerk. And Jude Halloran is our librarian. Don Collins. And Peter Worthman. Special thank you to Rick Campbell for setting up all our techie stuff. Here's our supervisor. And Chris. And Chris, thank you so much. That was delightful. It's awesome. We also have special guests here tonight. We have Senator Ruth Johnson from our state. And Congresswoman Haley Stevens. So I guess the first thing that you're asking is, why did we do this? So probably about a year ago, we came across this thing from Howard County, Maryland. It's called the Longest Tables. And we thought, this is really cool. It's like 300 people. They set up this huge table outside and had dinner together. So there's all these people from all over the county that came together to have dinner to just get to know new people, to have a conversation. In the meantime, the library network, for lack of a better word, help me here, Judy, came up with a kind of a civility campaign. And the deeper we got into the civility question, the more we realized, I realized for sure, that I need some help. This morning, perfect example, this morning I came down to Hickory Ridge and M59, went to turn right onto M59, and they moved the barrels. And you know what I said. I said, wow, these guys have been out moving those barrels all night. They do such a great job. That's probably not what I said. So, yeah, I need some work. So, housekeeping. The bathrooms are to the right back there, probably second door on the right. Little overview of what we're going to do this evening. First of all, Peter brought his improv group, Improvisation Incorporated. They're going to show us how to have a conversation the right way and the wrong way, maybe warm us up with a few games. And then we're going to talk to Senator Johnson and Congresswoman Stevens, and they're going to talk to us about how they work across the table, work together with members of other parties. So then we're going to eat, because that's what we're all here for, right? And then after that, we're going to have some conversation starters at the table, and hopefully we'll all have some great conversations, get to know each other, and we're going to move along. So now it is my great pleasure to introduce my dear friend, Mr. Peter Worthman.
Thank you, Judy.
So Peter does all kinds of volunteer stuff in Highland. He helps with our community roundtable. He keeps us on track because we fall off the track all the time. We've moderated the parade for, 3 years now?
Yeah, at least.
So we have a good time with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
I want to thank you. I mean, the fact is I don't pay you to say this, so you're
One of Peter's alter egos is Dr. Love.
As Judy said, I'm just going to move this that way because I think all of you can hear us. And as Judy said, we are Improvisation Incorporated, and we're here to sort of a light part of the evening, and then also to display some interesting conversation. So, my cohorts, and usually we do this at the end of the show, but for you, we're going to do something special. So we are Improvisation Incorporated, but individually we are
Alan,
Sue, Patty.
So there you go. Okay, now, How many of you have ever seen improv comedy? Okay, very good. Yeah, like, whose line is it anyway? You know, that kind of thing. So what we're going to do is start off with a game which we call the world's worst. Okay, the world's worst. So from the audience, and we create all our scenes from the audience, give me a suggestion of a profession. I'm sorry?
Doctors.
A doctor.
Politician.
A politician. You know, I'm going to play this smart. He said it before you, so I'm going to go with doctor. Okay, the world's worst doctor.
I've got to operate on this patient right now. Nurse, have you got a pencil sharpener?
Okay, bend over.
This one out.
Mrs. Jones, I hate to tell you, you got a half an hour and you're dead.
What do you mean, he needs blood? Okay. There you go, buddy.
Oh, you don't want this baby. Let me just put it back in.
Excuse me, Mrs. Robinson, would you mind getting out of that bed and letting me get in? I've been up all night.
So, let's get another profession.
Engineers.
Engineers. The world's worst engineers.
This bridge got like a 25% chance, but we'll wait it.
I don't add very well. So what is it? 2 plus what?
You know, I'm getting so sick and tired of all these diagrams, and they get in so much detail. Jesus, just a little pencil drawing that could build a goddamn skyscraper.
No, it's fine. I went to U of M.
Nice. Hey, we got him alive on that one, yeah.
Hey, what do you mean I gotta build things? I just want to ride on a train.
Okay, one final profession.
Store clerk.
A what?
The store clerk.
A store clerk. The world's worst store clerk.
Hey, we're having a special promotion today. Everything's twice the price.
So, like, I'll just give you money?
You want to buy this crap?
You know, they told me in my customer service class to be nice to you, but you're a bitch.
Let me just wrap that up for you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry.
You want to buy that shirt? It's as ugly as crap.
So, you wanted to come to our place today. Well, here you are, and we're really pleased to see you. Now spend your damn money. Okay, now we're going to play another game,
Yes.
Sue, called Question.
This game is called Questions, so the improviser can only speak in a question for every line that they say. So we're going to need your help to play this game. So there's 2 things that I need you to do. One is if you see the improviser stall when they get ready to respond because they're thinking of a question, please go, that improviser will step out of the scene. The other thing is the improviser doesn't answer in a question, please check them as well. And they will step out of the scene. So to get us started, the last thing I need from you is a suggestion of, let's say, a relationship between people.
Babysitter and an 8-year-old.
Excellent. Babysitter and 8-year-old. Thank you.
So are you our new sitter?
Are you my new kid?
Do I look like your new kid?
Have you seen a mirror?
Why weren't you on time, for goodness sakes?
Why wasn't your mom on time, for goodness sake?
Why wasn't I born on time? Why do you want to work for us?
Why, don't you think that I look like I want to work for you?
Why, of course. You're old. So, how long have you been a babysitter?
So how long do you think I've been a babysitter?
I don't. You bad, you bad. Why, oh why, oh why? So why did you choose to be a babysitter at your age?
You don't think that I could be a babysitter at this age?
Do you really think you look like a babysitter?
Do you think I even know what I look like?
Do you even know what a baby looks like?
You don't think I've ever had a baby?
Why do you think you've never had a baby?
Do you think I could attract a man?
I don't even know that.
Why?
Oh, why? Why are you the way you are? Why are you that way?
Why, do you think I'm Martian or something?
Why do you come on to me? I am an old person.
Don't you think you're attractive?
Why would I think that?
Have you ever looked at yourself in a mirror?
Why would I want to do that?
Why would you want to do that?
Why? Oh, why? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Oh. Are you still here? You don't look the same to me.
What do I look different?
You look shorter than when I first came out here. Are you shorter?
You think that I look shorter than I did when I walked in the door?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Jude, you want to get us to the next page, or I can handle it here? Okay. Well, as mentioned earlier, we have two elected officials with us tonight, and they've been introduced, and so I don't need to do that. However, we asked them to send a short bio of their background, so those of you who may not know that much about Congresswoman Stevens and Senator Johnson, I just have a short bio on each. Senator Ruth Johnson was elected to the Michigan Senate in November 2018 to represent the 14th District. She serves as the chair of the Senate Elections Committee and as vice chair of the Senate Local Government Committee. And she's also a member of the committees on environmental quality, families, seniors, and veterans, health policy and human services, judiciary and public safety, and regulatory reform. Johnson is a graduate of Waterford Township High and has an associate degree from Oakland Community College, a bachelor's degree from Oakland University, and a master's degree from Wayne State University with honors. Ruth is a lifelong resident of northern Oakland County, a former small business owner, and she resides in Holly with her daughter, Emily. So, we'll go to the next one. This is the only scripted part of what we do, by the way. There's no way I could remember this stuff. Before being elected to Congress in 2018, Congresswoman Stevens served as the Chief of Staff to the U.S. Auto Rescue Task Force. She also played a key role in setting up the Office of Recovery for Automotive Communities and Workers and the White House Office of Manufacturing Policy. Congresswoman Haley Stevens sits on the House Committee on Education and Labor, the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology, where she also serves as chairwoman of the Research and Technology Subcommittee. Congresswoman Haley Stevens grew up in Rochester Hills, Michigan, graduated from Seaholm high school in Birmingham. She earned a master's degree in social policy and philosophy and a bachelor's degree in political science and philosophy from American University. Congresswoman Stevens resides in Rochester Hills and attends Kensington Church in Troy. So that's the background of our two elected officials. So, given all of that, did you want to say anything at this point, Jude, or okay?
I'd like to say something.
Okay. Oh,
I'll bring it up for you.
yeah. Okay. We're improvising right now.
I'm improvising because I'm sitting here and I'm looking at two phenomenal women. They're different parties, they represent the people of our communities, and the interesting part to me is that most of the people that I associated myself with when I was growing up were very smart women. I married one over here, I'm going to finish it.
Yeah.
And what this is, we have an example here of two women that I think are the best representatives of what we need to do with our political environment moving forward today. So I really congratulate you guys on how hard you work to get where you are. Ruth, you spent years doing, you've been all over the map. And everything you've done has been phenomenal. Haley, you're the up and coming. I really love the way that you've come to our community. I never feel like there's an association with a political party when I talk with either one of you. It's one-on-one, and it's always the best. And I wish you guys the best going forward, and I think you're going to help us in the future to be a much better country as a whole. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just a segue from what Rick said, we'd like our elected officials to share very briefly their thoughts about how they cooperate in dialogue with people who have opposite views. And so we'll start at the state and then move to Washington. So State Senator Johnson, would you please share briefly some of your thoughts about that subject?
I'd be happy to. First of all, I want to thank you for being here. Only 1% of the people get involved like you have, so I want to give you a big thanks for taking your time. I was very fortunate, I think, because I grew up in a bipartisan home. And really, Haley and I, Congressman Stevens, I should say, have something very much in common here. First of all, when I saw her commercial, she was the only one that was positive, and that was great. And then my nephew, who lives right here in Highland on Pettibone Lake, he said, I'm going to go intern with Congressman Stevens. So my nephew, Forrest Johnson, and my brother's also friends that works for Bosch, and they work together. So we do have something that unites us. And I think that's always good when you can find something. I've never had a bill or a resolution I've tried to get passed, even when it was 18 Republicans and 7 Democrats, that did not have Democrat support. I think we need to work harder on the 85% we agree on, that we use that time to fight 85% of the time. We need to get things done for you. That's our job. So my dad was a Democrat, and he immigrated from Canada. He did not have a high school degree, and he got a job in the shop. People came from Nova Scotia. His dad was shoeing horses, and those darn cars were putting them out of business. So they came for a quarter an hour on the line, and my mom was a Republican, my brother's a Democrat, and so is my nephew, Forrest, and Montana that lived here in Highland. We never thought about arguing over that. We always tried to talk about what we agree on, how we can move forward, and every once in a while we have a disagreement. But I've worked that way in politics the whole time I've been in it, been able to get a lot done because of that, and I feel like it's my time right now because there's nothing more important than working together to move our communities, our state, and our country forward. So I'll continue to do that. I have a number of bills right now, and they all have bipartisan support.
Thank you.
Well, what a real treat to be here with all of you in Highland. And I think we can all agree that Washington seems a little polarized. That has not been my experience. And I really could take a lot of time here and tell you some of my stories. I'm going to just share a few tidbits. Let's start with yesterday. I a week from yesterday, I am having a hearing here in Michigan's 11th district. It's going to be, our district comes all the way up here to Highland, and it goes all the way down to Livonia, Canton, Plymouth. So in Livonia, I'm having a science committee hearing, as I'm our science committee chair, on smart cities technologies. And my colleague, Congressman Michael Cloud, a Republican, I'm a Democrat, a Republican from Texas, is going to come to Livonia to talk and learn and ask some good questions around new technologies that will make our cities run more efficiently, except for we got to focus on suburban. And so we're saying, how do we connect mobility? And so I had a little leave behind for Mr. Cloud yesterday, and I was looking for him. And I'm sitting there on the Republican side of the Congress, and who do I run into? My friend Congressman Stiles from Wisconsin. And then I start talking to Congressman Green. These are my friends. I go, have you guys seen Mr. Cloud? And they said no. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pop my head in to the cloakroom, because each party has a cloakroom where they can kind of, in between votes, maybe make some phone calls, read the newspaper, have a cup of coffee. And it's sort of this unspoken thing that you don't really go into each other's cloakrooms. I mean, it's not a big deal if you do, but there's always, an administrative assistant sitting at the top of the cloakroom. So I had to poke my head in. I said, well, I'm looking for Mr. Cloud. And who walks right past me? But Congressman Johnson, who chairs the Civility Caucus, which I'm a part of, and he goes, well, how about this as a sign of civility? And I said, well, I'm trying to get this to Mr. Cloud. And then finally, Mr. Cloud actually just ended up walking right up, and I said, well, Mike, I got something for you. I know you're coming to Michigan, and it's a really big deal for me, and I'm just very excited that you're going to be here, because really this is what Michigan is all about. I've been able to, in this kind of hyper-partisan environment, and by the way, the media really does drive that narrative. If you hear my personal stories, my ranking member, my Republican ranking member on House Science, Dr. Jim Baird, this is one of the most unlikely friendships in Congress. He's a Vietnam War veteran. He lost his left arm fighting in Vietnam. He's a PhD in animal sciences. He's a business owner. He served in his state senate, and we sit there focused on innovation strategies. I've been able to pass a couple of great bills already in the Congress, one on early childhood education, on supporting the sciences, as well as another bill called the American Manufacturing Leadership Act to support the technology transfer, research and development, and workforce training. And my original co-sponsors on that bill were two congressmen from Ohio, Republicans, and I said, well, this is the only time, really, Michigan and Ohio are coming together to win anything, but we're going to do it on our, regional manufacturing economies that we know are the lifeblood of our districts and where we represent. When I took office, we had orientation, so this is how I got to form some of these relationships, by the way, and they're really so sacred to me. And all my colleagues, we got a chance to stand up and introduce ourselves. And I introduced myself, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to say bipartisan, because I feel like sometimes people just say that, and it doesn't mean anything. So I said, I'm from Michigan. If you care about manufacturing, economic development, workforce training, and innovation, I want to work with you. And that's what I call the Congress and done. That's how we've been able to do it, and it really does come down to the relationships. Certainly as we kind of move on up the ranks and the design of the body, and we now have a select committee on modernization kind of focused on better outcomes in Congress. This is something that we've got to discuss, because I see that my level and the junior class level where we are dialoguing, but something breaks down. And again, I don't think it's the people, I think it's the design of the body. So to what the great Senator Ruth Johnson said, we do need to be working for our constituents. This dysfunction is only hurting taxpayers. And truly, we've got to come together for the best outcomes for the regions, the people, and the students that we represent. And I firmly believe that it is my job to leave people feeling better than when I found them. You can make a difference in the life of a student, a constituent, someone who's maybe having a bad day in this type of role, and I really believe that's a big part of my charge, and it's frankly why I love working with you so much, Rick. So thank you all, and thanks to our great library for putting this together. the event we did this summer together, the Monarch Mile, the Monarch Festival. This is what Highland is all about, connecting with our students and showcasing the best in communities like ours. So thank you so much for having me here today, and I'm so delighted to be here with State Senator Ruth Johnson. Thank you.
Thank you both, and thank you all for being here. I think hearing you both speak makes me feel better, hearing about growing up in a bipartisan family. Yes, it's possible. We can talk to each other. And the idea that it's not about which side are you on, but what do you care about together. To do important work, to be engaged in what you do, it takes meaningful civil conversations. And we need more of that. To move on, we have some examples of what not to do in conversations that may be a little bit familiar. They will whet your appetite for our dinner and for the conversation that we'll be having with our dinner. And with that, I would like to welcome back to the conversation.
What we're going to do now is have a conversation. And this particular conversation is following a fantastic dinner, but of course you have conversation. Anytime two people get together, it's a conversation. So what we need from you to get started is two opposite topics. And these topics should be mundane, which is Peter's favorite word. And they shouldn't be serious. In other words, we don't want the topics to be Democrats versus Republicans. We want the topics to be such as vanilla versus chocolate, or prefer going to the movies, or I prefer watching TV at home. So give me two opposite topics.
Okay, one
NCAA football. NCAA football, getting your fingernails done in the morning.
Choose one first.
I just said like wine versus beer.
Wine versus beer. All right. Okay, well, thanks for coming over for dinner. I hope you would enjoy the fantastic peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that were prepared for you.
Great.
But I really want to talk to you guys. I've been seeing this stuff on TV, and I see every day on CNN and Fox News and MSNBC and in the newspaper this whole issue about wine versus beer. And I don't know. I'd like to know. I have my thoughts. I'd like to know what you think about it.
I'll just tell you, I mean, being a guy, and an older guy, I like my beer. I mean, it's just that simple.
I'm more of a wine person, and not because I'm a woman, just because I prefer wine. It's good at any temperature. Beer, you can only have cold.
I agree. The thing with wine that's so great is it's either red or white. You have a choice with wine.
Haven't you guys heard of craft beers?
Oh,
There are so many. There's pale, there's
God,
stout,
yes.
there's pilsner, there's like everything.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
Rainbow.
Let's be honest. Beer makes you fat. And I look at you. I'm not just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about what beer does. I don't.
You know what wine does?
it helps your heart.
Wait a minute. Wine drinkers, you people are what are referred to as elitists.
Yeah.
You're in a category or among
Just
yourself.
because I have a standard doesn't mean I'm elitist.
I know you. I've known you a long time. And you're a goddamn drunk.
No.
Alan, do you know the meaning of elitist?
Excuse me?
You?
I was talking to him.
Yeah,
Do
see?
I?
No, I meant like it's you.
No, it's not.
What?
She's got the right idea.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Wine
people are
drinkers
used
are
to
like
be,
Tyrants.
you don't touch this, you have this, you gotta use it.
You know,
What kind of crap is that?
You're a moron. If I listen to you, I'd be in jail.
Listen, if he's a moron, then I'm a moron too.
Well,
okay?
you're a moron.
Are we morons together?
What the hell? You guys don't know crap.
Just
I don't even know why you especially. And Blondie.
Hey,
you're old.
just one point here.
Don't say one.
You're an idiot!
Get the hell out of my house. You're not taking
God, I'm sorry I came in the first place. Oh!
get complicated. We have another example that's a little different, and this is from an episode of Saturday Night Live.
Oh boy, that's what the words.
No, I'm telling you, this dog eats anything.
He ate steel wool.
And then he poops silver for 3 days. That's insane.
It's our life. You know, what's insane are these roasted carrots. They are so good.
Oh, everything here is good. The New York Times restaurant review raved about this place.
You know, speaking of the Times, did any of you guys read that op-ed piece about?
No.
What article are you talking about?
The one about Aziz Ansari? I'm sorry, we can talk about it's something else. I was just curious what everyone thought of it.
No, of course. We can talk about it. Yeah, I mean, I think we should.
We absolutely should.
Well, let's come to this. I'll go first.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, I will speak on the topic of Aziz Ansari. I think...
Careful.
Yeah, I think that some women, careful, or rather, some men have a proclivity. Help me.
Okay, sure. Well, while I applaud the movement,
Watch it.
noted, it's just that I wonder if maybe we're setting it back.
Careful. Okay. I feel that powerful men almost always abuse nuts.
Okay, look, the thing that I keep going back to is, it seems like if she wanted to leave,
Oh no.
she could have just
Oh no.
left.
Everyone, stop. We can talk about this. We are adults.
Can't we just go back to the dog? We were happy when we were talking about the dog.
Honey, the time for talking about the dog is over. We are in a post-Bay.net universe now, and we have to finish what we started. Tom?
Fine.
Go.
Okay, fine. The Me Too movement, pass.
Okay, consent, pass, damn it.
Okay, if I were with a woman and she seemed at all uneasy, I would just slow my rolls are good.
Okay, what I think we're forgetting
Oh no.
is the way that this intersects with the issue of
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
race.
I can't do this anymore. We have to talk about something else.
Thank you.
Yes, something less controversial.
Okay, Shape of Water had problems, right?
Hey, where's my wife?
That may have been familiar too. What we'd like you to do as you get your dinner with your cable group is think a little bit about what you've seen, vanilla versus chocolate, or be careful. There's got to be a better way. Amy has instructions for dinner food, and then I'll share the format for our dinner conversation.
Thank you so much for coming
we have some very special people who helped this evening. One is Lynn from the Red Poppy. You will notice that we have some decadent, delicious, sweetest day desserts, and they are complimentary from the Red Poppy. If you have been to the Red Poppy, it's in Highland here, it's their renewal and retreat center. I hope that you will check them out for some of your events. If you've never tasted Lynn's food, you were in for a treat. So we're really thrilled. Thank you, Lynn, for your graciousness this evening. I'd also like to let you know that each one of you has a name tag. If you don't have a name tag, that's because you're in the improv group. That's just the way it works. But each one of you have a name tag, and each one of your name tags is a little bit unique. So you will notice that on each one of the tables, you have a matching name tag. So if you would sit at that table, I would appreciate it. Now, why did we do that? Because as Jude alluded, we're going to be having some conversations. We tried to make sure a little bit so that you might get to know somebody new. And if I have a table that's too full, I need to move you around, so please be flexible with me. We have drinks, and we have coffee and water for you. You know, I don't have anything else that's on purpose. Yes. Yeah. But we do have Highland House. We have salad, masticholis coming, roasted chicken, and breadsticks. So good news, we have breadsticks. That's all that really matters. That's really all that matters. I would like to say one more thank you to Senator Johnson and Congresswoman Stevens. You know, I met both of these women at different events. I met the senator at the Highland House, go figure. And then I met Congresswoman Stevens at the Chill at the Mill fundraiser. And one of the things that I was struck with both of these women is that they both represent Highland in different ways. And yet, they both represent Highland well. I feel like we are in great hands. So, I danced. I don't think we're there yet. Are we there yet, ladies? Are we good? We're good. Awesome. So, you may help yourself to dinner. We have a buffet line on both sides. Please utilize that. We also have dessert. I'm going to tell you, maybe get your dessert first. So, one more thank you to Highland Supply. They provided all of our silverware and paperware tonight, and we really appreciate their dedication to our organization and to this event. So thank you very much. We may start in the back. It might be easier if our back people get out first. And we appreciate